is going on, my YouTube friends? Guys, we're getting ready to get this rear end, man. I'm going to figure out a way to get this thing supported. I'm thinking maybe jack in the middle, you know, support the differential, the pumpkin, whatever you want to call it. And, or take two jacks on both sides of the axles and pick them up on both sides and just lower it down easily. So I'd have to go like run back and forth. I think the safest way to do it would be two jacks. Two. So anyhow, so let me take this floor jack I got right here. I'm gonna slide it under here and see exactly how it looks, how it feels. You know what I'm saying, you know. I probably could raise the car up a little bit more, but I'm gonna wait until I get this rear end out, because when I flip the car on the side, it's gonna have to be a little higher. That's gonna be a chore too, because I don't have jacks on each end of these things, so I'm gonna have to finagle something. How's that, huh? Finagle. Finagle is the word of the day. All right, guys, listen. So let me get this right here, get the jack situated, and I'll bring it right back. So I got the jack under the differential, the pumpkin, the center of the rear end, whatever you want to call it. Anyhow, so I'm thinking that this is probably the better way of doing it, and the reason why, once I get all the bolts and everything unhooked from the rear end, I can drop it down and slide it out with the jack instead of trying to, you know, fight it over the center bar of the rotisserie. You know what I'm saying? So I think two jacks would probably be safer, but with this, I think that will be good. Because to be honest with you, I really don't have to crawl under the car, so that's a good thing. Plus this is like, you know, compressing the spring a little bit. So let me turn this around here and show you what I got. As you can see, the jack, I got it in there. I got it jacked up pretty much all the way. So the jack, so it is compressing the springs a little bit. So it's what I'm gonna do. I am going to unhook the control arms right here and get those unhooked, and then the shocks, and then the upper control arms, which I might have to crank the car for that, but I think I'll be okay. So anyhow, I'm gonna be safe. Better be safe than sorry, and maybe throw a couple jack stands under there if they go that high. What do you think? Well, let me get some jack stands and see if I can get them placed under there without interfering with the jack, and then we'll go that route. I'll be right back. I think, you know, I'm gonna put a jack stand on each side. Seems to work out over here. It's not in the way of the jack. I think that'd be much safer. I really do. So let me get the other side, get jack stand on the other side, and I'll bring you right back. Oh yeah, bud. So I got the jack stands on both sides, so they're right there. So I'm gonna let this jack down a little bit. Okay, and let's get it up there so it's sitting right at that, right at the differential there. So the jack stands are there, that's secure, so I ain't gotta worry about this, the rear end falling straight down on me or anything like that. I do have to get underneath the car to get the top control arms off, the upper control arms, to unbolt them from the rear end. So I can do that, and then this side over here, I'm gonna take the nuts off, and then I'm gonna pull the bolts through. But I'm still kind of leery of the springs, because even though the springs don't have all the weight on them, they're still gonna have some, they're still gonna come out of there, you know what I mean? So we don't want to get hurt, do we? So is what I might do is bring the other jack, kind of move this jack over a little bit like so, and put the other jack under the control arm and jack it up on there, so that way I can hold the spring up in there and then let it down easily. So I think that's probably the best way of doing it. So, all right, let me get some tools and I'll be right back with you. All righty then, so I got this, I got the 18-inch wrench over here. So I'm gonna take my impact on here. I had some shorter sockets, but I think my son's borrowed them. So. jack when this compressor stops running. Hey. Now, I went ahead and undone the shock and everything right there. You know, sometimes the greatest plans ain't so great. So I went and, you know, put my other jack up here to jack this up, but then I thought, well, shoot, man, there really ain't no tension on that spring right now. I mean, there's a little bit, don't get me wrong, but I'm afraid of it no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. So let me slide this right here and pull this through. And guys, say a prayer for me. That spring's gonna come out. You can tell it's got tension on it right there. Oh yeah, baby. So let's see what's gonna happen. I know that spring's coming out of there. But like I said, there's not a lot of tension on this spring, but there's enough to hurt somebody. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Oh, that's a big old wasp. Yeah, this ain't working either. It is, but it's coming to its end. Now, still not a good idea. I'm still afraid of it, whether there's a lot of tension on that spring or not. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. See what I'm saying? There's still tension on that spring. Yeah. How about this? Yeah, I know, I'm not very bright. But if anything, I'm showing you what not to do, right? Woo-wee. Come on, baby. I'll rest this on that. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, buddy. Like I said, if anything, I'm showing you what not to do. Let's get this thing right here. That way I can rest that on that. There we go. Let me get up here. See what we got. Like I says, if anything, I'm showing you what not to do. So, something's telling me not to do this. What do you guys think, huh? Not a very bright idea, is it? Because something's saying, yo, dude, that bolt ain't coming out for a reason. Well, I'll tell you why it's not coming out. Because there's still a lot of pressure on that spring. And I'm scared of it. I'd be scared of it. So, yeah. Let me get something figured out here and I'll be right back. All right, so I got the wood under here. Not very good because the floor jack's in the way, but I feel a lot better than I did before. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this on out. I think we're good right now. So I got that wood. So the jack, and the rear end's resting on the jack stand, so we're good there. So There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower the jack, and then the spring will bring that on down, and I think we'll be a lot safer and a lot happier. So this will be off. Then I gotta get the top one off, but which is good, so there's no pressure on that, so that'll be no problem getting off that. The upper control arm. So let's lower this down and see what happens. Yeah, baby. Alrighty. Slowly. Now, what'd you think about that? I think that worked a lot better, don't you? Okay, dokie. No more shenanigans, guys. No more shenanigans. Yeah, that spring was loaded, dude. I was still scared. Don't think I wasn't. But hey, don't ever say Mr. Mach 1 didn't show you what not to do, huh? So that's good. I can take that off later. I gotta get the upper one off. Shouldn't be a problem. You know, so I get that off right there. The jack is resting on the jack stand. I mean, the rear end's resting on the jack stand, so we're good there. So, let me get to work on that, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so I got that. I got the wrench hanging on there. And, I think I'm getting ready to do another no-no. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try to get that wrench so to get it'll hold itself over there. And if that happens, we'll be golden, won't we? But like I said, everything don't work out like it's supposed to, does it? Let's get up here. Go around here. See how this works out. I told you. I'm gonna have to hold it, ain't I? Let me get over here. Yeah, baby. Never, ever think it's always gonna work out the way you plan it to. Right? Right. Okay, here. Got you guys a little close there. There we go. So we're right here. We wanna get this. Love it, love it. To be honest with you, I really need a hoist, don't I? I really, really, really need a hoist. If I had a hoist, this would be so much better. But no, I don't have one. So let's get this. It came out nice and easy. That's good, that's good. So what I'm gonna do, since you guys pretty much seen what's going on this side, there's no use for me to videotape on the other side. So we'll go ahead and get that, because yeah, that came out real nice. And I think this would come out pretty good too, because it's already loose. That time you can just take these right out. Yeah, so that'll come out of there, no problem. Yes, it sure will. But I'm gonna leave it in there, because what's gonna happen, I'm gonna wanna place the jack back under here and then get her done. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go do the other side over there, which shouldn't be too bad, because now I know what I gotta do, right? Yeah, buddy. So, all right, I'll bring you back here shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side loose, and then I'll bring you back. All right, so I went over and did the other side. It took me like 5 minutes, literally. I already knew what to do, no problems at all. Came out no problem. But I got the one bolt on the upper control arm, I got to pull that through, and the rear end's ready to come out. So I'm going to place a jack underneath the rear end, and then jack it up, pull that bolt out, and we're going to drop that rear end today, guys. Oh yeah, buddy. Let me turn this. The only thing holding the rear end up is the jack stands, okay? And the one bolt right there on the upper control arm. And this rear end's ready to come out. Everything else is unhooked. So let me get the jack and get it underneath there and get her pulled out. So I'll bring you back after I get that bolt pulled and get the rear end pulled out. All right? Pulled out, jack stands out from underneath it and everything like that. So we need to lower it down a little bit. Yeah, nicely. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. So I need to slide the rear end onto the jack a little bit. Let me bring you right back because I'm holding my phone with the hand. So, I got the rear end more centered on the jack now. Let's lower this down a little bit. Yeah, everything's coming apart nice. Okay, hold it right there. Yeah, I know. So I got the upper control arm here. So let's get her out. We can finish pulling her out, and then I'll bring you right back. Alrighty then. So, you know, the brake line's in good shape, and I'm gonna need to use it to bend some brake line or do something. But because, you know, where the brake line goes into the wheel cylinder, it's gonna be a whole different setup than going into the caliper. You know what I mean? So maybe if it's long enough, I can kind of bend it around to where it goes into the caliper. I don't know, let's walk over here and see. But you see right here where it goes into the back of the wheel cylinder here. So you got the dust plate there, and then the same thing right here. So that's basically what I need to reuse, and plus I got the brake line right here with the junction box, and or whatever you want to call it, and so everything else. So got my shock mount bolts and all the brackets and everything I need to take off of this and put on the other rear end. Of course I'm going to clean it up because it needs to be cleaned up. But man, I'm going to tell you something. Look how clean that rear end is. You know? Yeah, too bad somebody couldn't use that. All right, let's go over here and look at these calipers on the new rear end that's going to go into the car. Yeah, even, you know, got the little bolt holes here and everything for it right there. You know? And the line goes up on the bottom here. So instead of going straight, so I might be able to finagle that and get that to go through the bottom and then go back up and come across. We may be able to get lucky, you know, so yeah. Gotta make that line pretty. You don't want to put that ugly line on this pretty rear end, do you? No. So anyhow, guys, I got the rear end out, and all I gotta do is get the control arms all loose from underneath the car, the uppers and the lowers, and get those all off of there. And then we need to figure out how to raise the body up so I can flip it on its side a lot, all the way, so I can start getting this thing cleaned up. Yeah, baby. All right, I'll bring you back here shortly. Yeah, lots of fun in the garage today, huh? Yeah, buddy. So anyhow, the passenger side that I videotaped me pulling out and this and that, I did a lot of stupid things. You know what I'm saying? But we got her done without, and I still got all my digits. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no black eye or no dents in my head. So that's a positive thing. The other side, I knew what to do. Went over there, it took me 5 minutes. You know, and it's so great that car is as clean as it is because I ain't heating nothing up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't breaking no knuckles. That's the best thing about it. The best thing about it is that the rear end's out of there. Okay, so all I got to do is pull the upper and lower control arms off the body of the car and get that car flipped on its side. But I'm going to have to raise the car up some so that way I can get it all the way on its side. So that way I can steam clean it, get it ready, and throw some paint on her. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, buddy. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch that video or watch this video. And I got more to come. We got a long way to go, guys. But hopefully we can get this car sitting in primer and on a roller by spring. That's my plan. That's my goal. Oh yeah, baby. So anyhow, guys are awesome. Thank you very much for watching. and sticking with me. I know some of you guys are sub to me just because of this Fairmont, and I'm sorry that it took so long for me to start getting to it. But man, I got that new rear end. I got all the parts for the suspension, everything like that. Time to get her done. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.